This is our homemade go-kart. It is a ton of fun to drive and already pretty fast, but we figured why stop there? Why not make it alarmingly fast? Oh God! Ah! Today we'll be tearing this engine apart, adding a bunch of upgrades in hope of doubling our horsepower, and we'll also be adding some safety equipment so I don't die in it. The engine we installed last time supposedly makes between 9 to 12 horsepower, though we weren't able to test that ourselves. See, with a full-size car, you can take it to a dyno where you can measure your horsepower at the wheels and see how effectively your rig uses its power. Unfortunately, our little go-kart here is just too small to be measured by these machines. Trust me, we looked. Shop Daddy Adam called every friend in business he could, and as far as we can tell, there just isn't a dyno that can measure our kart anywhere in Southern California. So instead, we're gonna do the next best thing. A little speed test. In front of me is a cone 100 feet away. We're gonna see how fast the go-kart here can make that distance, and then when all the mods are said and done, we'll come back and do the same test and see how much we've improved. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go!
The time, Joseph?
4.72 seconds.
4.72, okay. A lot of cars go faster to 60 than that. All right, let's get to work. Before we get started building, we gotta tear some stuff off. Throttle cable out. Thank you for your service. Let's take the seat off. Engine is off. Here is our Tillotson 212 engine. Really good starter motor, made decent power, but we want more, right? Now, we could have just as easily bought a complete engine making the power that we wanted, but we figured that it's more in the spirit of this build to upgrade what we already have. We've got a whole gaggle of upgrades that we're gonna be throwing in this thing. We've got a new carburetor, we've got a new torque converter, flywheel, head, piston, connecting rod, belt, exhaust pipe, camshaft, all the good stuff to make this thing hopefully make double the power. I think it will be. Looking at this stuff, guys, these are some spicy parts right here. And don't worry, we're gonna explain how all these parts affect the engine when we get there. Huge thank you to Taylor over at Go Power Sports and the rest of the Go Power Sports team for hooking us up with this stuff. If you're thinking about building a go-kart of your own, make sure you hit them up. They got a bunch of cool stuff for you over on their website. But of course, when you increase power, you also increase the danger. So we ordered a new seat, we've got some harnesses. We'll also be putting those new welding skills that we gained in the last episode to work, and we'll take a crack at building a roll cage that should be able to keep us safe, because I like my collarbones. Time to rip that engine open and swap out them guts. A lot of metal shavings. See that? How sparkly that is? Oh no. Nothing to worry about. If that was coming out of your car, you got some problems.
I recall we swapped a Subaru for less than that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. There we go. Oh, dripping gasoline in the studio. Oh my God, Nolan. Oh, ruining everything. All right, exhaust is off, pull start off, torque converter off, fins are off. Let's get this flywheel off. Bust it loose. Flywheel is off. Excellent. All right, here it comes. Crankshaft is out, not scored at all, so that's a good sign. All that shiny metal in the oil that I was worried about. I was afraid that maybe the crank took some damage, but that's looking nice. Dude, working on cars is cool, even if they're tiny. Oh my God, this is gonna be so fun to put back together. I hope that doesn't get played in black and white. Guys, thank you for watching the first video and just letting us do this again. Now, in super simple terms, an engine is an explosion box. It squeezes a fuel and air mixture together in the combustion chamber and blows it up to make energy, which it then sends to your wheels. Simple. And if we're gonna be jumping this thing further and going faster and maybe using some harnesses and all that, we need it to create bigger, stronger explosions inside the engine. To do that, we need to increase the compression. The more compression we have, the more efficiently that we can use that air-fuel mixture in the explosion, meaning more work being transferred to your wheels. And that all starts with our piston.
Experience luxury
Experience beauty. Experience the Mother's Car Spa and Bathhouse, a therapeutic getaway for your hard-working whip.
Now that's a clean tailpipe.
Let our automotive therapists give your car the full VIV experience. Pick from a range of options like the Back to Black trim and tire mani-pedi to keep your car looking sharp. Back to Black trim and plastic restore brings the sheen back to the sun-damaged plastic on your VIV's exterior and prevents future damage. Give your car's feet a treat with Back to Black satin tire dressing for a deep, natural finish. Or try the Back to Black high gloss tire shine. Now that's high gloss.
I brought my prize pony car there for this here car season, and honestly, it's completely show ready. That's not a car wash. That's more like a car spa, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's why it's literally called a car spa. You care for your hands and feet, so why not care for your car's hands and feet? The trim and tires. Treat your vehicle right and give it that mother's love. Mother's Polish. It's a spa for your car. Click the link below to learn more.
So these are the things that actually do the squeezing of our fuel air mixture. Now, the ones we had before were okay, but this new piston right here is definitely better. It's shaped differently, it's completely flat, and it's made of a stronger, lighter, advanced material, aluminum. Now, this means that it takes less effort for the engine to move the piston up and down, and that it's tougher to survive our new big explosion. And this piston attaches to our connecting rod. It's also made of a tougher material, aluminum, allowing it to sustain more force. Now, that's a big part of what we're doing here today. It's not enough just to add power. You also need to make sure that your engine and your vehicle are made stronger to safely handle all that extra energy. These are the piston rings. This is actually my first time installing these. They make sure that oil and gas do not make it past this area of the piston. You know, under compression, if you didn't have these rings, your fuel air mixture would definitely be pushed past the side of the piston down into your crankcase, contaminating your oil with gas. They have a very important job. They are the unsung heroes of your engine. They're also fun to install, because what the hell is going on here? Oh, broke one of the rings. That sucks. Okay.
This is gonna be so fun to put back together. I hope that doesn't get played in black and white.
Classic, dude. I don't want to hear it. Whatever you're thinking about writing right now, I don't want to hear it. Next up, I'm going to join our piston and connecting rod to the crankshaft here. Slide that in. Maybe use a little bit of assembly lube. Start lubing stuff. So that's very fun. You go, what? What? Chuckling behind the camera over there? These people, I can't work with this. Okay. Nice. Not feeling any binding. That's good. That's really good. Cylinder has been lubed. Yes, wonderful. Oh, money, dude. Okay, that spins so freely. There's no binding. We've got the crankshaft back in. We've got the connecting rod and piston. Everything's torqued to spec. That's amazing. Before we throw the camshaft in, we gotta throw on the new head. So maybe we should talk about these real quick. This is our head. More specifically, it's an overhead valve head. This is essentially what makes combustion possible. The one we had before did the job that we expected from an entry-level engine, but this one right here, I think, is gonna be a big, big upgrade. Aside from having stronger components on board, it's also got bigger valves that will let us suck in more fuel air mixture than before. And also, the combustion chamber itself is narrower and better contoured, which will allow for a much more efficient explosion when that spark plug goes off and ignites the fuel air mixture. Fluid dynamics and combustion chamber design is an extremely complex science. All you need to know is that the flow is more efficient, therefore we're gonna burn more of that fuel air mixture and make more power. Okay, the head is on. Next, this is a big one. The camshaft is the part responsible for the timing of the opening and closing of your valves that let fuel in and let exhaust gases out of our combustion chamber. These notches here, these cams as they were, spin around in time with the engine, and the top of the lobe is what fully opens your valve when it presses on the lifter. This new camshaft should help us get a noticeable increase in power with our current setup. I mean, those are pretty tall lobes, so that means that the valve is open for a lot longer time, meaning that air and fuel mix is going to be increased, and that means more power, man. This is gonna be sick. So let's go ahead and install our camshaft here. It's pretty simple on these little engines. You just press that in there. We gotta make sure that the dots are aligned. As the crankshaft spins, the camshaft spins as well. And since those dots are aligned, the timing will always be correct. These are the rockers right here. These are what open and close your valves. The camshaft controls when the valves open and close, but these guys right here are the pieces that actually do it. So these are our lifters right here. So this is actually the surface on which that lobe hits. And then we got our push rods. This is what goes up and down to push on the rockers. So let's lube this guy up. This is cool, man. It's like a little engine, but it's the same as a big engine. You know what I mean?
What's that, Nolan?
All right, time to put the side cover on, seal this thing up. Get that camshaft all globbed up. We've been gloobed and globbed, man. That's what we do around here. There we go. All right, boom. The internals are in. That's very exciting. As you can see, as I turn the crankshaft, the rockers are moving up and down. You can see the valves opening and closing. There's no binding. It looks good. As this opens, intake. Now, piston's coming up. Power, boom. Now, exhaust is opening and letting out all that exhaust. Cool, so that is together. Now, it's time to add some goodies. This bad boy right here is our new carburetor. Carburetor is what is responsible for getting that fuel-air mixture combined correctly and putting it into your engine. This guy doesn't have a fuel pump or anything like that. It's actually the vacuum of the piston moving inside the cylinder that is responsible for pulling the fuel-air mixture into the engine. This thing isn't undergoing too much force that we need to worry about, but the new one is just a lot bigger. The openings are about twice the size. Oh, I'm just dripping gas all over the table. Oh my God, whoops. The new one, the opening, it's about twice the size. More air and more fuel going in is just an equation for a good time. So this thing can actually just be bolted almost directly to the head there. Very excited to put this on because, I mean, it's gonna wake this thing up. So we got a way for it to breathe. Now we need a way to make it fart. And we got the header right here. And it looks like it'll be like that. Dude, perfect. The old one was another standard low-cost option that did the job. It got the exhaust gases out of our engine pretty effectively, but it was also very quiet. This is basically a muffler. I mean, these engines are single cylinder, you know, they're meant for lawnmowers and pressure washers and all that kind of stuff. Regular people things. You don't want to piss off your neighbor. You already made a pass at his wife. He's got a Glock sticker on his truck. You made a miscalculation. That's why they have these. But this will allow our engine here to breathe more efficiently, get the exhaust gases out of the engine, and also make it sound a lot better too. This thing's gonna sound sick, man. We want more power, we want it to sound like it has more power too. That's where this header comes in. Oh. The hog is gonna squeal, man. So you can actually hear the vacuum of the air being pulled through the carburetor. Listen. There. Pretty cool. Next upgrade is the flywheel here. This is a billet aluminum piece compared to the stock one. This is definitely heavier. The engine will be able to spool up a bit faster and accelerate even harder. Finally, the last major part of our power upgrade here. This is our new torque converter. Go Power Sports calls it the Juggernaut. So you know it's serious. That's a throwback. It works the same as the one we had before with pulleys and springs and a big belt to allow the engine to continue spinning without always immediately making the wheels turn. The Juggernaut is tougher and holds the belt better than the one we were using before, allowing for a more efficient use of power. We're kissing now. The new engine's together, guys. I am so stoked. I'll get this thing buttoned up. I think we put this thing on the cart, put some fuel in it, put the oil in it. This thing will fire right up, I think. Dude, this is looking awesome. I love this tailpipe. That's so sick, dude. Yes. Oil's going in. Turn the choke on. Oh, that sounds good, huh? Damn! Damn! Fires up, that thing's loud. Sorry. The throttle response is a touch slow. Maybe we'll dial with the carburetor just a little bit, but should we try driving it, Chance? 3, 2, 1.
Baby. Woo! Hot diggity.
4.1, okay. So over half a second taking off that acceleration. That's right, it feels faster for sure. There might be some tweaks we can make to make it even go even faster out there. Let's do it.
Do you like the smell of gasoline?
Oh, it's like if gasoline was wasabi flavored. That's what it smells like.
It's spicy.
Yeah. We made some tweaks to the carburetor. I tightened some nuts up that I had forgotten about. And now we've got some 102 octane race fuel from ELF. And I think this should make us go just a little bit faster. Hopefully dip into the 3s at the 100-foot test.
In the end, what we're looking for is a high octane fuel. The higher the octane, the more consistent the spark and ignition inside the chamber is. That is important because we're putting high compression parts into this motor. More compression inside the cylinder means more heat. If you have too much heat, a lower octane gas will ignite early, and that's called pre-ignition. And pre-ignition could cause pitting in the piston itself or ringland failure where the piston fails, cracks, and busts. So it's all about having a good, consistent spark and fuel, and you want to do that with high octane fuel.
All right, let's try that 100-foot test one more time. Try getting the 3s.
3, 2, 1, go!
That's good. 3.98.
Oh!
We're in the 3s, baby! We're zooming!
Wow. Must have been faster if Adam's jumping. I've never seen him move that fast. Whoa. 3.98. Hey!
Yeah!
Wow.
Even then, I think a touch slow on my side, but
still, okay, so we took 3/10 off with the internals, and then another 4/10 with the race gas.
yeah,
so,
that's pretty cool.
wow.
I honestly thought the race gas would be a huge thing in consistency, but like the actual up in power is pretty cool to see.
That's crazy, yeah.
Like I knew it'd be a little bit more, but
that's why it feels a lot.
good.
It feels
That's cool.
faster too. Like
it's crazy.
made it way faster. That means we made it way more sketchy. So next step, we gotta make a roll cage.
Oh, hello.
Just conceptualizing what I want the roll cage structure to kind of look like here.
Could go straight up.
Something like that. I think that might be the move right there. I think that's a cool little design. Something I really want to do is connect the roll cage area to the steering wheel and then get rid of these bars here that were holding it up. Your legs are like banging into that structure there. Having it come off the roll cage would, one, make getting in and out a lot easier, but two, just make it so much more comfortable. Definitely feeling a lot more confident this time around. I think now we're getting to the point where it's like, it's not just like getting something together, but getting something together that like looks good and like functions, you know, that's where my head's at. I am a little afraid what the end result is gonna look like. It might look a little goofy. It's gonna look a lot goofy probably, but we're gonna try, man. We're gonna try. This is the real measurement here. That's 16.75. You need to make the roof first. It's gonna be just like last time, just gonna be measuring a bunch of straight cut bars, notching them, tacking them together, burning them in. Now, where's that saw? We're gonna use a C-stand now to kind of gauge where we want this top bar to be. Everything is gonna be based off this, the height of this, basically. So this guy will live like up here. The beginnings of the roof are mocked up kind of where we want it. We'll make this roof and then make some posts and then we'll be good. Back in the swing of things. Got the notcher set up. Gonna go get my tubes, mark them, and make sure that I cut along the same axis. Hot, forgot that was hot. Piece is cut out for the roof structure. Now, we can start tacking it. It's looking good, man. It's looking really good. Let's get to globbing, huh? Level, nice, wonderful. Here it is, the roof. We'll now get this up on the C-stand in place. Next up, maybe we should make the foot box 12 inches.
Yeah, let's try that.
Does that look right to you? Like
Pretty
a right
close.
angle to you? Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Nice. Cool. So we'll have a bar here. We're gonna get the main hoop outline, and then once that's all tacked in and everything, then we'll start looking at supporting the cage itself so it doesn't fold over in the event of an accident. It's gonna be heavier for sure. The acceleration is probably not gonna be as strong as it was without the cage, but safety's first. What a dumb little machine it's gonna be. Keep the film equipment away from me. Get out of here, get out of here. It actually looks like a go-kart with a little bit of Honda Odyssey, a little bit of redneck bullshit. It's a little cattywampus, okay? I'll let you in on my personal life a little bit. I turned 32 a couple weeks ago. I don't know if this looks like something a 32-year-old man would build. That's a little more junior high metal shop. Should have seen that coming. Oh my God, what the f did I do? Is this different lengths? I did not check to see if they were the same length.
What can you say about junior high school shop pass?
Shut up, James. I mean, that looks good. Now it's a machine. Oh, that's great. Dude, that's I'll hop in. Why not? Oh, yeah. Dude, feels like I got a lot of headroom. This feels solid. I can like shake the car. This is awesome.
Best in it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm tiny, man.
You fit though.
Oh wow, that looks more proportional.
Yeah, it does.
It looks more, I'm a micro machine, dude.
Apparently this is a go-kart. Apparently I've never sat in a go-kart before. Apparently I've never been on live TV sitting in a go-kart before.
We got the main silhouette done. Next up is the support beams and then burning in all the welds. More measuring, more slicing, more dicing. Even more measuring and slicing and notching and dicing. That's badass, dude. It's badass. Still work? Yes. Good. This is really fun, guys. If you have never put something together like this from scratch, highly recommend that you give it a shot. Look, it doesn't look perfect, obviously, but it's a lot of fun to try to devise things and solve problems. You can do it. You can probably do a better job than me. In our last video, we showed you that you can build a go-kart at home, and hopefully in this one, we can persuade you that you can even take it to the next level all by yourself. So, it's time to just burn in the rest of these welds. Just like last time, we're going back and forth between different locations on the chassis to make sure that there's not too much heat in one area, potentially warping the cage itself. We're on the home stretch now. Let's do this. Hot globs of metal coming down on me. That looks pretty ass. Big old globby. Oh, that is a fat gap. Just looks like shit. I'm crashing out. When working with a go-kart of your own design, when you run up against an issue, you have no one to blame but yourself with why it doesn't work. You can't blame like, what the hell are those Ford engineers thinking? What the hell, what are they doing? There's no faceless engineer back at headquarters that can be like, that idiot, like it's you, you're the idiot. A lot of these welds aren't perfect, but what did we say last time? Just f with it, that's what we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna keep messing with it. All right guys, the chassis is finished. I'm very excited. I think it looks pretty good as long as you look at it from the right angle, from 20, 30 feet away, it looks good. But this is fun though. I mean, I'm being very critical of myself. We built this cage in one day. We're doing this without a jig or anything. This is sick, dude. This looks great. This feels great. Got some odds and ends to take care of before we go test out in the desert. Both the brake and the gas pedal, there's a lot of slack. So what I'm gonna do is, on both sides, is drill some holes in the pedals here, and that'll allow us to mount the cable further, so we'll have more leverage, but also, more importantly, there'll be less slack. Ah, damn it. Another drill bit. I think that's 2 bits broken for the year so far. I'm bankrupting this company. Ever, I broke another bit.
Yes!
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Cool. I know you guys like seeing me in a state of despair and misery, but I'm getting kind of over it. This thing's kicking my ass, man. There we go. Cool. So now we got.
Oh, look at that.
We've got a throttle stop for all the way forward. Carb is just all the way open here. The final piece of the puzzle has arrived. We've got the seat right here. It's a high back seat with the headrest, and it appears to fit pretty good. I'm like barely inside, but you know what? That works for me. Got these race whip harnesses laying around from the last season of high-low. Thick straps. Overkill for a kart, but I'd rather be too safe than not safe. These guys will go through there just fine. That's pretty My gut is telling me to do the harness bar and add some rigidity this way instead of using this bar right here to attach the harnesses. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna follow my gut even though it's gonna be more work. This is a constant battle for me, being like, okay, I'm really tired of working on this thing, but you just gotta do it. Otherwise, you're putting your safety at risk, Nolan. Level, right there. I'm gonna go ahead, tack that guy in. Very nice. Very nice. Did I just do a Borat reference? Anyway, we can see right here, the harness bar lines up really great with the openings. Let's go ahead and get the seat in there. I'm gonna drill 50 million holes in this thing. Take out a pound of metal. Come on. The seat is in. Doesn't look quite straight. Jesus Christ. Just don't look too close. It's been fun, but also very frustrating. Oh, but it feels so good. My butt is fully in the seat. Hey, all right.
Passes the test.
Passes the test.
You did good, you pulled it off.
We did it, dude. This is awesome. Finally, we can go back out to the desert and test this how to do it. Back out here in the desert of California City, the place where we first tested our go-kart a few months ago. You know what, we could have brought it out in its bare metal form, but I thought it deserved something a little better. Like most of you guys watching, my first car was a cozy coupe, so I thought it was only appropriate that we paint it in the same fashion, and I think it came out pretty well. Something unfortunate, literally yesterday, as I'm getting the car ready for the shoot today, I opened YouTube and the very first video that was served to me was by a channel called Bum. They actually have their own cozy coupe inspired go-kart. Go check out their channel. They got a lot of cool stuff. They do a lot of go-kart builds. But man, this go-kart kicked my ass, guys. But sometimes to do big projects and get to that next level, you gotta push yourself. You gotta find that motivation within you and just keep going. And you know what? I'm very glad I did, because now we have a badass go-kart that looks pretty sweet and hopefully will be more fun to drive. So what are we gonna do to test this thing? First, we'll do a top speed test, see how many mph we gained with our power upgrades. I hope it's a good number. Second, we're gonna do a little off-roading. We're gonna see the handling and also see how this seat here keeps my butt in place along with these harnesses. See how much better you can focus on driving it rather than staying on it. Then finally, we're gonna take it off a big jump, hopefully get some big air and not break my butt. So I'm gonna make some adjustments, then we'll get to it. Last time we hit 35 miles an hour. Let's see if we can beat that. Here we go. Oh, it's even more squirrely this time. No, that rear end is searching for grip. Motor sounds so good. Yeah! Oh, it's getting bouncy. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, geez.
44, baby.
44?
44.
It feels like that. Yeah. That felt really good. Again, we didn't touch the steering, so it's still pretty squirrely. It's almost 10 miles an hour faster. I will absolutely take that. Also, the motor just sounds incredible. It sounds super good. Let's go see what this thing can do in the bumps and lumps. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm really glad I put the harnesses in because I think I would have been launched to Pluto had I not had those. That was really fun. Wow, what a lesson in the importance of suspension we just had, because if you don't have it, you get shaken like a doll, as they say in Monsters, Inc. My brain is scrambled. In comparison to last time, I don't have any issues with my knees hitting anything. I'm really glad we changed up the steering system. Also the seat really hugging me, keeping me in place, as well as the harnesses. There was a few times when I felt my body kind of experience weightlessness. I gotta check the hardware on this thing and make sure everything's still tight, because that was a wild ride. After that, I'm gonna put on my Hans device and we're gonna send this thing. I'm a little scared, but we're gonna jump in anyway, for you. All right, let's do it. It's time to jump this thing. Let's test my welds once more. Now, I saw your comments on the last video. I reviewed the footage and I think I agree. That was a tiny ass little baby bump that we jumped over. So let's do something just a little bigger. I hope I don't regret this. My neck hurts a little bit. Did that look cool? Very cool. Okay. Oh,
Dude, all the way blasted. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm in pain. That was really fun, guys. Even though I am in pain. I am in pain. I'm gonna have to ice that tonight. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being on this journey with us here. Guys, get out in the garage and build something. It doesn't have to be like this. You don't need to build a car like this. It can be anything. Just get out there and start something and finish it as well. That's all I gotta say about that. Let us know down in the comments what you think we should build next. Personally, I think something with suspension would be quite handy because I don't know if my bat can survive another jump like that. We will see you next time, thanks for watching, guys. I do need an ice pack, though.